In this video, we're going to talk about the 4 altcoins that I'm looking at for the next bull market. Those coins are worth accumulating. This is what I'm doing with my accounts. Of course, this is not financial advice. You should do the research yourself. But in this video, I'm going to give you my arguments for all those 4 coins that I really like. So you can see already the list here on the top in a trading view. It's Solana, RNDR, Injective and Kanto. So let's get started with all of them, and also a note here, all of those are major coins, maybe besides Kanto, who's in top 300s, but all of them are in the top 100s, with Solana of course being among the top 10-20 coins all the time. So those are major coins, major altcoins. They're not super small that you can do probably 100x, but still the potential here is pretty great, especially from the perspective of adoption and how many people like what they're building. So I'm looking here not only from the technological perspective, that's important, but that's not everything, and especially not everything in crypto, because people like when something works and when you can build a narrative around it. This is the case with Solana. So as you can see, the Solana actually worked for quite some time. It was adopted by FTX, and that was a little bit the problem at the time in November last year when FTX has fallen. Basically the price of Solana has tanked as well. Right now we're seeing the rebuild. So I think the Solana went from the price of around $10 to 28, 26 right now. So it really did 2x and a half, but at the top, Solana was at the price levels of over $100. I think even $200 at one point. So it has this potential of growth. It can still do 10x if we're thinking about the ATH, about the all-time high from the previous cycle. Of course, that's not guaranteed always, but from the point of view of technology, this is really great. There are a lot of NFT collections being built on Solana, super fast for different DeFi applications. So generally people like Solana also because the language behind it is Rust, which is easy to write with and do definitely a lot of interesting stuff. So Solana is one thing. Another thing that is getting very popular on crypto Twitter especially, and this is why I'm monitoring this blockchain, is Injective INJ for the token ticker. This is the blockchain built with one particular application, and that is finance. There are a lot of people talking about Injective over and over, especially from the bigger accounts. That's how I find out about Injective in the first place, and it seems like this interest is not vanishing anytime soon. So basically they want to go all in on building a blockchain purely for derivatives, lending, options, DEXs, and a bunch of other stuff that you can do within this decentralized finance movement, and they keep on doing that pretty right. They have really top backers. They're in the top 60 coins, and they grew quite a lot recently as well. Similar coin to Injective is Kanto, which is much smaller but still trying to do the same thing. They're built on a Cosmos. This is an EVM, so it's compatible with Ethereum as well. Really cool stuff because they also are all after financial applications, and the way to think about it, the way I think about Kanto is that it's a chain for different financial applications and financial experimentation that you wouldn't be able to do on Ethereum because Ethereum is too big, but you can do on Kanto. And this is a really cool way to do different things. They have, for example, integrated staking, integrated lending, so it's not like outside applications, it's built within the chain, it's decentralized, so it's really cool. And also they had pretty fair distribution. This is not so common anymore in the crypto world with all the VCs and all the people who are getting part in rounds. Kanto is pretty decentralized. It was at the start. It's also the way it's structured right now with different hackathons, with people building. They have this hacker culture, even with just so if you look at even the fonts here. So super interesting stuff. Finally on my list I have RNDR, RNDR. This is probably the most advanced AI blockchain, as I may call it. They have a working infrastructure for training machine learning models because they basically allow for distribution of computing powers to rendering applications, and many top artists like Beeple have used RNDR in the past, and they keep on tweeting about it. So it seems like they also keep on growing, especially if they manage to grab this AI attention in the future. So in the next bull market, that might really explode. Of course, everything here depends on the execution as well. Nothing is financial advice. You have to remember that. I'm just going through different coins I like and that I keep on accumulating on my accounts, but it doesn't mean that this will be a good investment in the future. Nothing is guaranteed. So having said that, let's have a look back at different statistics. So as you can see here, the Solana only recently started to grow. Kanto has actually been a massive spike here in around February. It went up to basically $1. Right now it's around 15 cents, but Kanto is probably the newest out of them all. So you can see that it has a lot of potential, especially for the future, if there will be people interested in building on this chain. For all the other coins, for Render and Injective, they had a massive run up recently. You can see, especially from the January, December last year, January this year, they did basically like 2x, 3x at the very least. So there's a lot of interest in those coins as well. So you have to be careful, you have to find good points to enter into the market, look for the dips and then only buy then. There will be plenty of occasions. So if you think about the crypto market, it's going in cycles, and even within the cycles there are mini cycles. If something is pumping a lot, it probably will fall down. If something is falling and it has a potential, it will start growing again. So it's always good to buy on a dip if you manage to do it, because of course you want to buy low, sell high. In the end, that's the best strategy here. So this is my four coins I'm looking for, my four altcoins. Apart from that, of course, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Plus I like different meme coins that I will do a separate video about, because of course Pepe and the coins different around Pepe are growing an ecosystem of its own. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. And also I believe that NFTs will have a comeback once there's more money flowing into crypto as well, because NFTs are at the very end of the hype market. So once people make money on different altcoins, on Ethereum, on Bitcoin, they start to spend this money on either NFTs, the new NFT collection, or try to buy the older one as the grail. So for example, Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, Azuki, Doodles, or anything else in this blue chip category might have a comeback. So worth looking as well, but definitely we are still early. It probably will take a year or so to go back to those kind of hypes we had in 2021. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get prepared for the next bull market by getting educated. So if you want to go this way, subscribe and see you in the next video.